And there it is, guys. There it is. Clownfish was right. Hashtag mark it on your calendar again. Yeah, Transformers sales are down. They're in decline.
Yeah, no. And when you said that you thought it was in decline, people like jumped down your throat.
Yes. So about a year ago, I put up a video, and I thought it was pretty even keel, but I put up a video talking about the decline of the Transformers brand, and this was a golden goose for Hasbro for years, right? Like Transformers carried them when, Star Wars was failing and all that. And yeah, I noticed that the brand seemed to be in decline. We had the comic sales were tanking. We had shippers taking over the fandom. And more than that, I saw the prices of the toys going up. It was getting harder to find the toys. There just wasn't a whole lot of excitement. They canceled one of the Transformers games. Transformers 1 was a massive failure at the box office. Rise of the Beasts didn't do that hot either. There was definitely a lack of interest in Transformers. And I called it out and I said, look, it's not, other than Energon Universe, nobody's excited about Transformers anymore. Not like they were a few years ago. I'm not saying nobody is excited, but it wasn't like they were. It wasn't like it was a couple of years ago. My God, I had so many people jump down my throat, tell me I was wrong. I was pushing a narrative.
On Reddit, shocker.
On Reddit, of course, on the Transformers forum. This guy here, stop this robots in decline narrative. Transformers is fine. Well, no, now we have the numbers, and it turns out I was right. My gut was right.
Well, you would know. You've been collecting this stuff probably longer, and these people were involved in the shipping of it. I mean, since it came out, you've collected this stuff.
I don't think I ever stopped collecting Transformers. I
paused
for a little bit.
How dare you? Those young and shippers who just jumped in the thing now know more than you do.
Yeah, I know, right?
Boomer.
And they were all mad because they put the non-binary Transformer in the thumbnail. But I'm like, no, that is actually, it's part of the problem. It was part of the problem because the shows they were creating for the kids, I think the parents weren't letting them watch the show. The stuff wasn't resonating with kids. And actually, the weird thing about Transformers, the kids shows, is that they're almost too childish. Like, you look at the original shows, especially like the movie, and I think we watched it because it was cool. And the new shows, most of them are not cool. They're very childish. They're very, and they're for a very young audience. And I think it's just kids don't like kids shows that feel like kids shows. Kids want to feel like they're watching something more adult, especially when you're dealing with robots that turn into cars and blow shit up. But then we had the whole other side of it, which was the IDW fans and the shipping and, the how many genders do the Transformers have and all this shit. And I think it chased a lot of people out of the hobby. Plus, the elephant in the room is they cost a lot. Okay, Transformers are incredibly expensive right now, and that is something
they are ridiculously expensive, and the quality is down while the costs are up.
I talked about it the other day that I bought an Excellion from Cybertron, and he actually was on clearance. I bought him on clearance at Walmart, and on clearance, this figure was $20 on clearance. But I really like the look of him because he looks like Hot Rod, right? But you compare him to the original Cybertron figure that was like $12 or $15 back in the day, and it actually had action features. It had, spring-loaded action features, and this one mimics that. You have to pull the wings out manually. The gun doesn't shoot anything. The cyber key is just for show. It's really weird, and they wanted full price at Walmart, $27. $27, and the plastic is way thinner. There are a lot of issues. We'll talk about it. So before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. You'll get a woohoo if you do. So we'll talk about this because Hasbro actually had a pretty good Q4, but Transformers and Star Wars are both down. Star Wars is not shocking at all. I mean, Star Wars is basically a dead brand at this point, and Jedi News had it. I'm like, just go to Ollie's and look at all the damn Star Wars figures, and you know that they're in trouble. But
you didn't see Transformers for the longest time, but the last couple of years, Transformers have been starting to show up at Ollie's too.
And that was another indicator that something is wrong. The ones that were showing up, at least at our Ollie's, were the collector line. The movie figures that were done in the cartoon colors, like Hound and Perceptor, and
Kneon wasn't complaining. Trust me, he was like grabbing them up, throwing them in his car.
Oh hell yeah! $10 for a G1 Perceptor. Hell yeah! I was these were like $45 figures, but I started seeing them all over the place. I'm like, these should sell before some of the other ones, right? These are reissues, and some of these guys haven't been reissued in a while. So it was very, very weird. to see them that cheap. And they sat there forever, right? So nobody's buying them, even when you're basically giving them away for less than they cost in the 80s. So T-Formers, they put out a poll, and I guarantee you they're going to get all kinds of shit. But they have a poll. What's causing the decline in Transformer interest? Bad comics, movies, or TV shows? Boredom, nothing new. Hard to find product. That's actually true. High prices being the biggest one. License slop, low quality, too many reissues, all the above.
That's the next highest vote.
Yeah, so I think it's a combination of this. I think that the TV show, the comics were good. The Energon Universe comics were good, but comics are kind of like a side tangent to the main content, which is going to be your movies and your TV shows. And the TV shows sucked. Earthspark was ass, especially when you compare it to, I forgot how good Prime was. Like, Prime was actually really, really good. And a lot of people didn't give it a chance because, it was done by the guys who wrote the script for the movie. But it was actually really good, and it was pretty mature. Same with Beast Wars. But yeah, the TV shows are childish. The last couple movies sucked.
But to be fair, though, they're toys for kids. Remember?
Yeah. I know they are, but at least there was an attempt to make it seem cool.
But
right?
they seemed like they were, weren't as childish when we were kids. When you
Right.
watch some of the old ones, they stuff could be campy, but they weren't as childish then as they are now sometimes.
No, because an 8-year-old kid, a 6-year-old kid wants to feel like they're 16, or you know what I'm saying? So it's like, oh, I'm watching a cool show about, cars that turn into shit and blow shit up. And yeah, some of it was lame. It didn't hold up very well. I'm going to be honest. But, yeah, and now they're teasing that they might reissue the movie again, I guess, in theaters. That's the thing that's going on.
But guess we're going to be probably going if they do.
Oh, hell yeah. I'll get to the theater to go see it.
I knew that.
I'll get to the theater to go see it. But yeah, there's just a lot going on because the boredom, like the line, all they're doing now is reissuing the same toys over and over again because they know the collectors will buy them.
That is true. They used to invent new stuff, and now they're not doing it.
There's nothing new. It's like, because it's safe. I think they think it's safe. Like, oh, we can gouge at collectors for yet another $30, $40 Starscream figure because God knows they don't have any of those.
But this one has paint in a different place.
Yeah, the paint's in a different place. Actually, the most interesting one that is coming down the pipeline is the Optimus Prime as an ox cart. I'm like,
that is, yeah, I knew about that, yeah.
I'm like, and he's fighting Starscream. I'm like, does Starscream die of dysentery? That'd be.
I know you wanted it. You wouldn't let me pre-order it for you.
No, it's okay. But the low quality too. Yeah, the toys aren't as good as they used to be. There's too many reissues.
I'm surprised low quality isn't higher votes because it's not been great.
I just think this is great to actually have a major Transformer site come out and say, yeah, it's not good. There's
a decline. Why do you think why? I mean, they're not even putting up for debate. There is a decline. Why do you think it's the reason?
This guy says, I'd say it's a combination of things. First is bad movies with ugly designs. Yeah, Transformers 1, the movie itself was okay. The robot designs were ass. I did not like the robot designs.
The toys were cheap.
The toys were cheap. They did not feel, it didn't have the Transformer aesthetic. I don't know if it was too Western or what, but they did not feel right. It didn't feel right. So it results in adults who don't feel nostalgia for the Transformers they grew up with. Second is Transformers are so complicated, it takes 2 or 3 minutes to convert. That's also true. It's like, when I look at the back of the box, it's like 48 steps to transform your $30 toy into a car that the original version only took like 10 steps. Combination of factors. The price, rising prices are never fun. Then the increase is so disproportionate between classes. And the figures in some cases are getting smaller. Mm-hmm. Yep. And that makes the pill harder to swallow. Maximum profit. We keep getting told the engineering is advanced, but outside of a few Hasbro surrogates pushing the message, nobody sees it.
Yeah, I don't see that either. And let's be honest here. The one who buys the Transformers in this hand, the one who wears the Transformers pants or sweater, actually, which I own, is me.
That's true.
They're for Kneon, but I'm the one who buys them. And I'm almost like, what the hell? I only buy them if they're on clearance now because I'm like, what the flip?
I won't even buy them full price. I won't even pay full price for them now. I think most of the ones I bought lately have been clearanced, and unless it's it has to be one that's really, really good.
I will pay full price for good ones that are like the trains or like the ones that are
the masterpiece.
Quality.
Well, they were the Japanese ones. They weren't. Yeah.
I'll pay higher prices for you for those, but yeah.
They said it's just not a sustainable brand. They said there's an ebb and flow in the interest of it, and I think they had a lot of interest with the with Energon Universe, and I think that might be kind of waning right now. But they said, yeah, following the Hasbro corporate report that let us know the sales of Transformers declined at the end of 2025.
We knew that before, but you guys, people were like, they were. I remember you were so mad because they were just like jumping down your throat, so bad about it. And then, vindication.
They said there were increased sales from...
Apologize or kiss his ass. Sorry, go ahead.
They were dragging me on Transformers forums.
I know.
They were like, he's just negative. He does. It's like, no, bitches, I'm paying attention and I'm not seeing as much interest in Transformers. And one was a huge flop. And a lot of the reasons that we're not getting the good figures is the Walmarts and the Targets couldn't get rid of the damn one figures because they sucked.
That I do think that's part of it. But you know what makes me so mad? You point out something that's obvious or true or whatever, and because they don't want to hear it, it's never because, well, maybe we should look into this. Maybe there's a valid point here. It's automatically they're liars. They're negative. They hate everything. They're istophobic, whatever. And it's like, no, it's just the fact that we've been doing this probably longer than some of you have, and they're not like they used to be, and it's not doing as well. And there's got to be reasons. It's negative. And I'm so fucking tired of that. It's across the board. Negativity and honesty are two different things. Stop equating negativity to honesty. For fuck's sake. Pull your head out of your asses and grow the fuck up.
This guy actually agrees.
But play with toys too.
Yeah, I know, right? I've actually been collecting more of the third party stuff, and I like the
Shit, I just yelled myself into a sinking chair again. We gotta get me a new chair. Look, I'm sinking.
Oh no.
I quit with this chair. My God, I'm done with this chair.
All right. I think we're done with this video. I don't know what else there is to say. Just look, the brand is in decline. They cost too much. The toys aren't that great. The fandom, I'm going to tell, like, everybody's avoiding that too. The current Transformers fandom, a lot of these new people, it's just like tabletop gaming. It's just like animation, whatever. They chased off the old heads. And these people.
Yeah, you're all bigots. You're all boomers. You all don't belong there. Stop gatekeeping them as they gatekeep you for real.
And they don't buy shit, right? I remember I got into it with this one person that was a huge IDW.
Yes, I remember this.
Yeah, they were a huge IDW stan, and they were going on about, because I said, but hey, and I was just pointing out the obvious. I said, technically, according to Marvel Comics, Transformers didn't have a gender. Because I said, why is it that all the IDW comics now, all they care about with Transformers is the gender of which robots are fucking who, which is a weird thing for a toy line to even be, and these people, all these IDW stans, flags and bios, they all came out of the woodwork to lecture me. And they're like, I bet you didn't even collect Transformers. And I started snapping some pictures of just the ones that were sitting around me. And I'm like, show me your collection. Show me your toys. Show me the ones you bought. Because I don't think you have any, broke ass bitch. I don't think you're buying any of this stuff. You just probably torrent the comics and you ship these robots. And now you're mad that, people are calling it out.
They never did show any pictures of toys they had, by the way.
They never did, because I don't think they owned any. Like, how hard is it? If you're such a damn Transformers fan, pick up your phone that you're tweeting on, snap a picture of all the Transformers in your collection, or at least some of them, so I can see you actually buy these things.
If they thought they could one-up you to shut, they would have done it.
Yeah, it was like Rachel Leishman trying to school Gary from Nerdrotic on his doctor, like, you hate Doctor Who, you don't support. And then he's like, well, here's my Doctor Who collection, bitch.
Every time I go to answer you in the mic, I have to crane my neck like a giraffe reaching for leaves because I'm on the floor.
Oh, I thought you said you had to crane your neck like a giraffe reaching for a leaf, like the pain meds.
Leaves, because I'm like the mic's up there and I'm down here. Anyway,
we're going to wrap it up because I got to go pull Kiki out of the chair. She's sinking.
I'm done with this chair.
I'm done with this video. So let's wrap it up. Please subscribe. Yep. We'll talk later.
Bye.